Hey
Amen.
guys, welcome to the 101 and 10, where you get to see and hear from an indie artist from around the world. I'm your host, Ayasha Roberson, and I'm back with a new artist for this week. Now, every week we have a different artist from around the world, and today we are going to Brooklyn, New York, to introduce this great hip hop artist. His lyrics are so awesome, and I wanted to make sure we had a hip hop artist on our show. So, no further ado, I'm introducing to you Los Lauren 718. Woohoo! Yay! Thank you so much for joining the show and taking the time out to do this interview.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, can you tell me a little bit about your style? How did you come up with your style of hip hop flow, your rhymes?
Well, it's just all about just being from New York City. Number one, if you look at New York City as a whole,
Uh-oh.
all Asian, you have other Caribbean people, African Americans, Caucasians as well. So growing up, I would pick and pull different things that I heard through their music, and I fused everything together. But if you're talking about more so with the lyrics, with the bars,
Mm-hmm.
Tupac. I still listen to the new people too. Roddy Ricch, you know what I'm saying? I like him, G Perico. So I keep, rooted to the streets to see what's going on with that. But ultimately, though, it goes back to the OGs.
This is great. And you had a little bit of a lag, so I'm just going to just repeat some of the things that the audience missed. So he's lost. Lauren is saying that he actually was infused with so many different cultures, and that's how his musical influence actually came to an existence of where he is now. And because he has a lot of old school influences like Tupac, and that's how he was able to develop his musical style. Correct?
That's correct.
Cool beans. Now, I want to get into your new album, your song, Brooklyn Streets. I like that song. So, how did you come up with that song? And you already talked a little bit about the culture, but it actually makes you look at Brooklyn from a different light and perspective.
Well, more that song, my guy Chris Printham, working on a collaborative project, and he sent me the beat. He was like, I want you to put something together. And that's the imagery came together based upon the music that he provided to me. So that's why I'm just painting the picture for those people who haven't been to New York City early 2000s, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, I hate to say it, but kind of like a brochure that they can read, like, hey, you might need to study this so you don't get jammed up.
Correct. And I think Brooklyn, I've been to Brooklyn many times, but when I hear that song, it just gives you a whole melting pot of what Brooklyn is and how it is from your perspective as well. And it just gives people more of a broader view of Brooklyn versus a narrow perspective of what they hear or what they think they know about Brooklyn. And I just really love that song. Now, I want to talk to you about Crush on You because I think your album has just such a different array of just seeing a softer side of you as well. Can you tell me how you come up with the lyrics for Crush on You?
Well, what happened with the Crush on You record, that was another Chris Printham record. So he sent me to be like, what can you do to this? I'm like, well, it sounds like drop top music. So I wasn't really in that mood to write something like, oh, okay, we're going to cruise in the cars. I was like, all right, well, boom, let's make something for the ladies. And that's how that
Correct.
came about. And we just knocked it out. Then I went to Atlanta. I was at one of my guys' studios. And I was like, all right, hey, load this up. I need to do this real quick for my guy. I was out of town. I was supposed to be vacationing, but I did the work and I sent it off. And that's how we got that song.
I like it. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the old school Little Kim a little bit, Crush on You, but I like the flow of it. And it just shows more of that sensitive side of you being an artist and a rapper. And a lot of times rappers do have a tendency to not really show that sensitive side of themselves. And I really love the flow and the beat. Now, you talked a little bit about your producer and how you were able to come up with your music. Can you tell me a little bit about, I mean, I know that you talked a little bit about your musical influence with Tupac. Were there any other musical influences that you had that has elevated you to become the artist that you are today?
I mean, I always study the craft. At the end of the day, I'm also writing a book called Addictive Success that goes along with the upcoming album that's coming out. So there's different things I've learned. Competition is necessary for innovation. So you don't want to become stagnant without, you always got to keep a lookout for Blockbuster Video. They thought Netflix was a joke, right?
Correct.
Where's Netflix now? People
Correct.
thought Walmart was a joke.
Correct.
Look at Walmart now. So you always have to innovate. You can't be like, look at me, I'm on my high pedestal. Everything's gonna go well. You always got to continuously improve. So I'm always looking at hip hop more than anything, and I probably could listen to it no matter where I'm at. Nas, The World Is Yours. Whose world is this? The world is yours. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Whose world is this? You know what I'm saying? And then you say how I got like listen to Mace. Why you over there looking at me? Why my girl standing there? Or LL Cool J. I need a round the way. He telling me how it is. Like these days, I hate to say it, when the guys make the songs for the girls, it's like you yelling at them. I'm like, hey man, I'm trying to steal. You know what I'm saying? You can come to all robbery. You got the mask on. I was like, it missed that element to the romance, the courting of female. That's what's missing today.
Correct. Absolutely right. And the last question I want to ask you, when is your new album coming out? And I just want to say to everyone, I'm sorry that it's a little bit of a lag, but you get exactly what he's saying as far as his musical influence is concerned and how he has evolved as an artist as well. And I think you should evolve as a person. I just wanted to kind of piggyback on what you just said.
2022 about to get real murky for a lot of artists, a lot of people. I say that done, mixed and mastered. What we're looking at is which ones are going to come out first. But definitely for spring, they'll get that Addictive Success. So that's the follow-up to, if you look in the background for the panel I have, that's the first one. Allergic to Failure, that's the first tape.
Okay.
Then the next one is Addicted to Success. So it's Allergic to Failure, Addicted to Success, Only Believers Achieve Success. But in between there, I'm going to be feeding the fans some music. So 2022, we just gearing up. I'm sitting on 6 videos right now. I'm trying to drop 1 video per month.
Wow.
Right now, it's out now. Zodiac Aries 2. They can use.
Okay.
Let's be on to something.
Correct. So Zodiac Aries on YouTube. They can actually watch that right now. Okay, great. So make sure y'all check out that video. Zodiac Aries. I believe you are Aries. That's why you named it Zodiac Aries. It's on YouTube. So definitely check that out. And also
creative.
Yeah, it's very creative. I'm going to check it out after this interview. Also too, can you tell people how can they connect with you? How can they book you for shows and upcoming events?
All social media is pretty much the same. Los Lauren 718, LOSLAUREN 718, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can get at me on that way. You can DM me. And I definitely have the websites. The Bandcamp is up. You can buy merch, Allergic to Failure merch. Always open to working with good and innovative talent, people moving and grooving, moving around, doing the same thing I'm doing.
Great. And thank you so much for coming on the show today to interview with us. And I'm so excited, looking forward for all your new material in 2022. And I'm definitely going to be following all the new material that you have coming out with your videos. And I'm going to encourage all you guys to continue to listen to all of Los Lauren's current album on Indie Live Music Radio, where you can find all his music playing on our station 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at www.urbansocialitenj.com. And if you would like to be featured on our guests as an artist, please email me, Ayasha, at urbansocialitenj.com. That's it for our show for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. And again, this is the only show that you can see an indie artist from around the world, one-on-one in 10 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good day. Continue to strive for greatness and see you soon.